This is the Jacob Pyle Show. And here he is, Jacob Pyle.
Thank you. You're too kind.
Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Just like the light of a new day, it hit me from out of the blue, dragging me out of the spell I was in, making all of my wishes come true. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. This is too good to be true. Look at me, falling for you. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Far, we've been traveling far, without a home, but not without a star. Free, only want to be free. We huddle close, hang on to a dream. On the boats and on the planes, they're coming to America. never looking back again. They're coming to America. Oh, though it seems so far away, we're traveling like today, in the eye of the storm, in the eye of the storm. Oh, to a new and a shiny place, make our bed and we'll say our grace. Freedom's light burning warm, freedom's light burning warm. Everywhere around the world, they're coming to America. Every time that flag's unfurled, they're coming to America. Got a dream to take them there. They're coming to America. Got a dream they've come to share. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America. They're coming to America today. 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 My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing. Of thee I sing today. 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 Today.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Jacob Pyle Show. My name is Jacob Pyle, and I'm glad to have you with us tonight. I hope you guys are having an amazing 4th of July weekend. It's been going great for me. By the time this is going live, I pretty much would have already just gotten home and did all my. I've been busy with the Haynes Apperson Festival all this these past few days. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I hope you guys are having a happy 4th of July, whatever you're doing. It's been so far an amazing one for me. I went to go see fireworks about a week ago, and we're going to show you those fireworks at the end of the program. Yeah, between that and the Haynes Apperson Festival, it's been a lot of fun. My guest for our time together tonight is Matt Lesko of LeskoHelp.com. Matt Lesko, the first time I saw him, believe it or not, before we met, my mom was a caretaker at this friend of ours' house, and we would sit around and watch TV. One day, this particular day, I think we were watching an old rerun of Gilligan's Island or something, and the commercial break of the program comes on, and here's Matt Lesko running around Washington, D.C. in his trademark question suit jacket, and trying to tell people, hey, there's a way that you can get money, from other sources, and we're gonna try to dig in deeper a little bit as to how that can change your life on today's episode. When we come back, I will have part 1 of my interview with Matt Lesko. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. My guest for tonight, as I previously mentioned in the opening, is Matt Lesko. Now, before we present his interview, a few things you should know. First of all, you may hear some banging noises or sounds of a drill or things like that, because when we taped this interview, we were taping the interview in my apartment. In a few weeks from now, we're actually going to be at the, we're not going to be taping in our apartment anymore. We're going to be at the Howard County Public Library, and we're going to be taping our shows from there. But until then, you're going to hear some banging and some, sawing and things like that, because when we taped this particular interview, there were some guys that were doing siding work on the patio of my apartment. So just bear with me as we present part 1 of my interview with Matt Lesko. So let's get started. The first question I want to ask you, because a lot of the viewers are probably wanting to know this, how did you come up with this famous question mark suit that you got on?
Well, that's me inside. I had this inside me. I remember even when I was young, I was always a clothes horse, but it was more than that. And then when I got older, then life became more about having fun. And I think if you want to do something in life, you really have to have fun at it if you want to be effective at all. Because if you're not having fun there, and if it's like going to the dentist every day, that's not giving as much as you can. To me, giving as much as you can it's hard to do in our society because we got to make a living. But there's ways to do that too. And if you find things you really want to do, it's not even work. I haven't worked in 50 years. Wow. And I'm 83, and I'll probably work another 10, 15 if I'm still alive.
All right.
It's not work, and I think that's, it's hard to get there for all of us because we all, especially me when I was younger, it was all, making a living. You had to feed yourself, and that you have to do first. So you have to do all the that's necessary to get that. But I think as a side job while you're doing that, if you don't know initially what you really want to do and how much you contribute, see, I think life is about working hard and loving hard, because that's the good part of life, working and giving. You could do that with your talents. So if you don't want to give hard, well, then it won't be real good, will it?
No.
And I think one way to give hard too is if you're having fun, then you're giving hard. It's hard to give hard if it's miserable work that you hate, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. And me dressing like this was always in me. I didn't have the courage, probably in my 50s. I'd like clothes kind of thing, but having fun. And this is me inside out. And what it did for me is it's a filter. If you don't like me like this, I probably won't like you.
No, I think you look great. You look wonderful.
So we meet each other a lot of time. But if you like me, then I know I'm going to like you. Because if you like this is really what I am. This is my insides, what I really am. And so if you show more of your inside, sure, you're going to piss off people. But you're going to find a deeper relationship with the people who enjoy it. And that way you could give more because you enjoy doing it and they enjoy receiving it. And I think we're here to use as much of us as we possibly can. And that's professionally and personally. Yeah. And that's what I plan to do.
A lot of people who probably pay attention, and I'm one of those people, because this is the first time we're meeting, but the first time I actually saw you was you running around Washington D.C. Advertising your free money booklet or things like that, but for those who have not seen you, tell us something. Tell us what you do. Tell us about yourself.
Well, what I've been doing for 50 years is showing people how to take advantage of government programs. I started by helping Fortune 500 companies do this. I had an MBA in computers back in the 70s, became a consultant. And I lived in Washington, and I didn't know anything about Washington, but I knew I wanted to get paid. So I was a researcher and helping Fortune 500 companies find money to do things for their company, and pay their employees, or buy a business, or invest in a new market, all these things. And I was able to find money for them to do this, millions and millions and millions of dollars. And I didn't know anything about this. I grew up in a town, probably like yours in Indiana there, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, a little coal mining town. And to me, the government was the Division of Motor Vehicles and the post office and the IRS, and that was it. And I found all this stuff, and I could get it. A schmuck like me from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania can get all this stuff. Why doesn't everybody do this? And after helping, that was my first successful business, and I got tired of it because I was just helping rich people become richer. And that wasn't very satisfying to me, because when I learned about all this stuff, I said, just why doesn't everybody know about this? It's crazy. There's so much need out there, and people need so much help. We have more poor people in America than any other developed country. We have a higher rate of poverty in America than 35 other developed countries, all the rich kids. So we're the poorest of the rich kids. I mean, we're the richest in money, but the number of poor people, we're number one. So we're number one, baby, in creating poor people. And also what's happened in the last 50 years is that incomes. I mean, you're in Indiana. I mean, you could have got a job, making $100,000 a year in the 60s, 70s, 80s, probably, in the manufacturing industry without a college degree. Now that's not there anymore, and wages have been flat for 50 years. So 90% of our population grew their wages like 30% over the last 45 or 50 years. 30%, that's how it grew. 90% of us. But inflation went up 300%. So everybody's behind the 8 ball, and they have to do something more. And that's why I feel with government programs help that a whole lot. And also a way they help with you finding other ways to make more money than you are now. I mean, you can get money. You can, government will pay you $40,000 a year without a degree to train for a $100,000 a year job. There's a lot of high-paying jobs out there, but nobody has the training. But the government will train you for free. Nonprofit organizations will do that, but they don't advertise, so people don't take advantage of it, and that's too bad. So, because nobody in the government has advertising money, and none of these programs you'll be able to find in Google, because Google, if you put in job training or something like that, you get 100 million websites, and everybody will want to charge you money because they have to, because they're in Google. Google wants money from them to advertise, and so they're going to charge you money, but the free stuff is not there. They don't advertise, so you never find it, and you think your only option is to pay somebody money to solve your problem, but that's not true at all. That's what I'm trying to show people, how to use this other stuff, that you don't need money.
Right. With the less than a minute we have left before we have to take a break here, do you have anything you want to promote?
No, I made too much money. My accountant says they shouldn't. Yes, it's leskohelp.com. That's where we have personal help. We have 15,000 members, and it's a community. These are 15,000 members that help each other. Like right now today, we have 4 or 5 hours of members that are on live to answer your questions on Zoom calls. And so they found the money and they share it with other people so other people can find out how to get this stuff. It's not from me, dressing like a clown or whatever. You can't trust me. So it's average people.
Yeah, everyday people, yeah. All right, we got to pause for this break. More with Matt Lesko after this.
If you'd like to be a guest on the Jacob Pyle Show, or if you're ordering a DVD copy of tonight's program, send Jacob an email. His email address is jtpyle1@aol.com. Please include the air date seen on your screen when ordering. Residents outside of Indiana add $5 shipping and handling.
Welcome back. For those who are just now joining us, my guest for tonight's episode of the Jacob Pyle Show is Matt Lesko. Now, before we conclude his interview, just to kind of remind everybody, you may hear some hammers banging and saw sawing and things like that in the background while we're doing our conversation. They were doing some siding work on my apartment. In 2 weeks from tonight, the show is moving to the Howard County Public Library, and that's where we're going to be taping our episodes from here on out. And I'm looking forward to it. So, with that being said, here's the conclusion to my interview with Matt Lesko. So, let's talk more about your secret. Like, how easy is it to access these government funds that you advertise?
Getting the funds is easy when you find the right place. The problem is finding the right funds. That's the hard part. And because people want to go to Google to look for that stuff, you'll never find them. Findhelp.org, FINDHELP.org. Well, if you go to that website, anybody watching this now, if you go to findhelp.org, you could put in your website, your zip code, and then you'll see there'll be a big number in the middle of the page after it gets your zip code, and there'll be anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 free money sources in your zip code. This is in your city. There's 3, 4, 5,000 people giving out free money in your city that you don't know, and it's for any walk of life. Anything you have in living expenses. You need rent. You need a mortgage payment. You need a utility bill. You need to pay for daycare. You need to fix up your roof. You just put in that key word, and you'll find, like for home repair, there could be 50 to 150 organizations that give free money for home repair in your zip code. But you'll never find them in Google, so you can't use Google. And that's the only thing that people know. And they're ruining the world. But the rich people know different. That's why now you see, Elon Musk and Doge and all that kind of stuff. He gets $8 million a day in government money. A day. The rich people know this. And that's why when I started helping rich people, I was helping all these millionaires become billionaires. And I said, there's more people that really need this money. They don't even need the money. Why are they living off the government when they got enough money already? And to me, it should be for people who really need it. So if we have more poor people in this country than any other developed country, we're number one in poverty in the developed countries, which are about 35 of them. And so we have more percentage of poverty than any other country. Like we're at 17% poverty, and Canada's like 10%. Whatever. It's immoral to me, and our wages have not gone up either for the last 50 years, as we talked about earlier. So that it's people are struggling. They don't have an extra $100 to pay for any emergency. So if you want to do it, you go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code, and you'll find 200 or 300 programs in your zip code that have emergency cash for free. Okay? Some will have 300, 400 emergency cash for free. And they're in pain and don't know how to solve the problem because they don't know how to use the system. And that's the whole thing. The rich people figure this out. Well, people without money are living hand to mouth, and they don't have a whole lot of time to figure this stuff out. So that's another thing. But that's why I'm trying to have a place where America could come to learn about every government program you're eligible for, because you are. The government gives out an average of $18,000 to everybody, every person in America, every year. And it's no matter who the president is. All the hot air coming out of Washington now, that's just theater. Programs are still there. What he's done, though, is make it more difficult for people to find out about it, because he's cutting out firing the people that help you apply. So you got to do a little more work on your side to find the right place so you get the money. But I'm biased, so I hope I could help you.
Right. All right. And then what advice would you give to someone that is, like you said, that like once you've received this money, or once you get this government money, what is your main advice to people that are wanting to make sure that they have the money they need? Obviously making sure to keep that money saved back as much as possible.
I'm not sure what that question is. I mean, finding the money is the hard part. You're going to have to do some work to find the right place to apply. Once you get the money, I wouldn't worry about anything else. You got it. You don't have to pay back. The money I'm talking about, you don't have to return it. And so you have to learn the system to get more. So the other issues, and that's what I mean, if you learn it for one thing, you can learn for another. Okay, now I want to go get a job, or now I want to, travel or whatever. I mean, there's programs there for anything you can think of. You want to help your family, you want to help your friends, you want to help your neighborhood. These kinds of things are there. The hardest part, though, is finding the right place. That's why what you have to do is start talking to people. You can't just go on Google and or on the internet and find the right application. No, you have to call people in your area about that. That's why Find Help is good, because you get thousands of people in your zip code whose job it is to help people who don't have money. That's who you want to talk to, because it's a little too complicated to understand it if you haven't done it before. But people will help for free.
All right. So with the few minutes we have left, what can you tell us about Lesko Help? I mean, because I know we kind of talked a little bit about it earlier because I know you said these are like average everyday Americans that are helping these people with this with this free money and stuff.
Yeah, it's $20. It's $20, and it's unlimited help for $20 a month. And what I used to charge thousands of dollars for rich people, because they knew the value of this and they had money, so it didn't matter to them. And that's why my dream was always to have something that was cheap enough that everyone could apply for. I mean, see, I think the government should be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. It's the government, because it's all these government programs. But they don't have a way for the average person to understand this stuff. So that's what we're building here, and because all these programs and how to get in it and see it, it's like you got to learn something new means you're going to fail. So you're going to fall off the bikes a few times before you have to learn how to ride it, or screw up your computer a few times before you figure it out, or take driving lessons before you figure out how to drive a car so you don't kill anybody. So that's what we are. We're there through that, so you keep at it. That's the whole name of the game in anything in life, is perseverance. You can figure out anything. Look at all the idiots that run stuff and make a lot of money. They're not special people. They just hung in there long enough to figure it out. And that's what we do, is make sure you do that. And that's why we also give grants ourselves. We give out $50,000 every month just to members. That's our profit, so they get the profit, the members. We have 4 different grants we give money out, and that's really nice to do. I never thought, a schmuck like me from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania could be giving out, hundreds of millions of dollars in grants. And man, I thought you had to be Jeff Bezos or a sex wife to be able to do that. But no.
Right. Real quick, how do you access the Lesko Help website?
LeskoHelp.com.
LeskoHelp.com. All right, we gotta go. Matt Lesko, thank you so much for joining us. And that's also going to wrap up this session of the Jacob Pyle Show for now, because we are simply out of time. I'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. We leave you tonight with a beautiful fireworks display that was taken over at Greater Life Church in Greentown about a week ago. For Matt Lesko, Paul Poteet, and all of us on the Jacob Pyle Show, I'm Jacob Pyle. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe. Happy birthday, America, and good night, everybody.
This program has been pre-recorded. Saying good night from all of us at the Jacob Pyle Show, I'm Paul Poteet.